Yer, what's good, love bugs? So I'm back with another video, and as you can see, I am by myself. Bae is at work. This video is something a little different. I know since we started our YouTube, we've been recording a lot of the stuff that we just do, like everyday life type things or vacation type things, or like events and stuff. Oh, you might hear my bird in the background. His name is Pablo, and he's just rude, okay? But this is something a little different, okay? I'm gonna get into a nursing video. If you guys didn't know, I am an RN. I recently just got my first job, okay? Kudos to me. Clap, 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 clap. Okay, your girl getting paid the big bucks. Okay, period. No, but seriously, if you didn't know, I am an RN. Yes, I went to school for nursing and I graduated. I passed that test. I got a job, you feel me? But if you want to do the same thing, this video is for you. Like, you know, I'm just going to be giving you guys 10 things I wish I knew before I started nursing school. Okay, because you know, let me tell you, sweetie, let me put my little notebook down and talk to you real quick without the notes, okay? Because nursing school is no freaking joke. Like, if you're really considering going to nursing school, kudos to you, just because just thinking about it, it's a lot, okay? It's a lot. You gotta find a school, you gotta find a program, you gotta apply, take tests just to get in school. So I'm kind of just gonna like start at the beginning of what I wish I knew before getting into school, based on what I learned while I was in school, if that makes sense. Excuse me, your girl is thirsty. Let me take a sip real quick. It's gonna be a lot of talking, a lot of chit chatting in this video, okay? So let me get hydrated. Okay, ready? Tip number 1. How freaking serious it is. Like, nobody tells you, like, I mean, nobody told me, okay, how hard it was gonna be. So if you guys don't know, I'm not gonna tell you the exact school I went to, but I went to a community college. And if you know me in real life, you know what school I went to. But yeah, I went to a community college, and when I took the test to get into this college, I didn't really take it seriously. Like, you're a senior, you're burnt out, you're tired. I literally fell asleep for the acupuncture for this school. Girl, bad idea, okay? Because you take the test and that determines what classes they're going to put you in from here on out. I really wish somebody told me how serious it was going to be. Like, this is no joke. Like I said, I didn't take the test seriously. So they put me in some random boo-boo, foo-foo classes that I didn't really need, but you know, I had to take them to move on to the next class. So while I was taking those classes, I'm like, oh, you know, college is easy. Okay, I just graduated high school. I'm turning up, still turning up, you know, I'm working still full time. I'm like, school's gonna be a breeze if it's like this, honey. No. Okay. Once them nursing courses hit, sis, they hit, sis. Ain't no more partying, ain't no turning up, ain't no time for friends, no time for you. You don't even have time to breathe, okay? Like, no, seriously, like, you you really don't have time to do anything but eat, breathe, sleep, school. And no one has ever shared that little bit of information with me. So I wish in the beginning I knew that how serious nursing school was. Second, like I was saying, you have to take prerequisites to get into the nursing program. So you take anatomy and physiology 1 and 2, whatever, cool. I wish I knew how important that anatomy is. Like, sis, if you're in college and you're already in the anatomy classes, or you go into the anatomy classes, pay attention, because you're going to have to know all these bones all these muscles, all these body parts, what they do, how they work. I wish I knew that before going into nursing school, because it was a little hard for me that since I didn't work in healthcare, which is another thing. If you are in nursing school, I seriously advise that you find a job in healthcare so you have like a little bit of knowledge and understanding of the terminology. Okay, I didn't do that. Anyway, since I didn't have a job in healthcare, it was a little hard for me to like grasp on to a lot of the ideas that people in my class already had background on, you know what I mean? So like something that like people that if you work in healthcare or like in a hospital or whatever, like you see on a regular basis, like I had to go into the book and read like what is this, watch videos like what is this type thing. So that's another thing. Definitely anatomy, girl. Get your anatomy up. Make sure you pay attention in them classes, take notes, all that, etc., etc., etc. Pablo, really? Pablo's interrupting. Give him a minute. He likes to hang out like by the window. So if there's birds outside, like I don't know if that's how they communicate or whatever, he be talking to them. And I think that's what he's doing now. Let me go see. Let me check on him. Say hi, Pablo. Meet my bird. His name, her name, I'm not sure if it's a boy or a girl, but his name is Pablo. I think it's a girl because his beak is starting to change colors. But when I bought him, they told me it's a boy. So I named him Pablo. I don't know. Pablo's like a trans. Ow! We don't discriminate, do we? We don't discriminate. Ow, Pablo! Really? You gonna attack me? We don't discriminate. Stop it. Get down. Anyway, third thing I wish I knew about nursing school is the grading. Mes amis, sister. Sister, sister, sister. Bumzoo, okay? Let me tell you. You go an entire semester. What is a semester? Like 3 months? 4 months? 3.5 months? Whatever. You go an entire semester and you doing all this work. You barely have time to breathe. You barely have time to wake up and look around. Take your time. Nothing. Because you're so busy studying. You're studying like, I'm going to say I studied like so much. Like maybe like 7 out of 7 days a week. Like I had to do something nursing related to keep up. So you're doing all this studying for all these, you have clinicals, you have skills labs, you have, tests, you have assignments. But the thing is, you do all this work, and the only grade that counts for you to move on to the next class are 4 tests. So in nursing school, generally they take like 3 weeks. They show you something or they teach you something. On week 4 is a test. I think the semesters are 12 to 15 weeks, so they divide it that way. So you learn something new every week, and then on the 4th week you have a test on everything you learned for the previous weeks. Okay, sis. On top of that, you're going to clinicals once or twice a week. That's where you go to the hospital, you're shadowing a nurse, you're doing care plans, you're doing documenting, you know, the hands-on things. On top of the tests and the clinicals, you're going to lab. Lab is where you learn all the stuff that you need to be doing in clinicals. So you're doing like these practicals where it's like a one-on-one type of thing, or sometimes they're in groups. For the most part, they're one-on-one. So you're doing like this one-on-one where you're demonstrating to the instructor that you know what you're doing. Sis, you're not getting graded though. You're not getting a 95, a 68, a 34. No, you're getting a pass or fail. If you fail, you got to come back and redo it. If you fail too many times, you're just done. So you got to pass, pretty much. I wish I knew that. The time and the dedication is the 4th thing I wish I knew about nursing school, because, listen, you really don't have a social life. Like, all you know is nursing, sis. You don't have time to go out, find out the latest tea, to turn up with your friends, to go out to eat, like, get your nails, hair did, you know. If you used to do like self-care activities like 4 or 5 times out of the week, you're probably down to doing this like 4 or 5 times. I'm not even gonna say 4 or 5 times, maybe like 1, 2 times in a month. Okay, like, if you're the type of person that's like a social butterfly and you're just everywhere and you have so many friends, this is gonna be a big change for you, boo boo. Because listen, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Granted, the people that were around me when I was in nursing school understood like what I was going through, so they just dealt with it. Like, I'm sorry, but I'll see y'all when the semester's over and I got spring break or winter break or whatever the case is. Like, I can't right now. The 5th thing, I think I'm on 5. The 5th thing I wish I knew before I got into nursing school, again, is how much I just had to study. Like, I was the type of person, like, I would pass a class just by going to class and like absorbing what the teacher said, or just like reading a chapter before class or before the test, or whatever the case is. But that didn't work in nursing school. It did not work, boo-boo. Like, you really have to like sit down, find the way that's best for you to study, and really like study. Okay, like, you have to apply yourself, because if you don't, you're not gonna know anything. Like, things they teach you in nursing school is not like the common sense things that we were taught in like high school or middle school. The shit makes you think like some like they say, critical thinking. Okay, like, it makes you think critically. Like, for example, like, if you're doing if you're taking a test, or if you're doing practice questions, like, you have to learn how to answer these types of questions, because they'll give you a question, like, I should say they'll give you a scenario, because it's rarely like a question like, what is this, or what is this. It's more like, Jane and Joe did this and this happened, and what should you check first, or what should you do first, or like stuff like that. It's not like things that you're gonna actually like go into your book, and your book is not gonna tell you like what you should do first, or what's the first thing you should check. Like, you have to apply what the book says, and like kind of like judge it. Like, you really have to have like a clinical judgment of, seriously, my bird is crazy. You really have to have like a clinical judgment and make the best decision, because if you choose the right answer but there's a better answer in the 4 option choices, you're gonna get it wrong, sis. Like, you're gonna get it wrong. I'm trying my best to explain it to people that don't know, you know, about nursing school, or haven't even started but is giving it like a thought, or just, you know, just watching this video because y'all just y'all just love me. I'm trying to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, but it's hard to explain. It really is. The 6th thing that I wish I knew before nursing school is that I shouldn't take the resources that I have for granted. Ding, like light bulb, ding. Okay, so you pay $300, $400 a semester for these books and for these supplies and all the stuff that you need for the semester. You have to use them, sis. You have to use them. You have to utilize your public library, because studying at home is not what it is. You have to utilize like research, articles, books, videos, the whole nine, okay? I mean, now if you go on YouTube and you search, like, there are a lot of nurse YouTubes that are out, but when I was in nursing school, it wasn't that many as there is now. So definitely do your research. Use your resources. Don't let them go to waste. Don't let that money go to waste. None of that, okay? The seventh thing I wish I knew about nursing school before I started is you're going to fail. Whether it's a test, whether it's a clinical, whether it's a practical, whether it's a course, whether it's a semester, prepare yourself for failure so that when it does happen, you're not like distraught. Because I'm gonna give you all a little story time. I failed a few times in nursing school, okay? But my nursing school is really strict because the waiting list for it is very long. So they only give you one chance to fail a course. So yeah, one semester I was just going through it. I was distracted. Like at the time, the people around me weren't like stable, I should say. So I'm the type of person, like, I feel like everyone's problems are my problems. That's why I have to be picky and choosy who I let around me. So at the time, the people that I were dealing with, they weren't stable, and that carried into my nursing school, and I ended up failing the semester. And sis, baby girl, let me tell you, I did not, like, if people like, oh, anxiety this, anxiety that, I did not know what anxiety was before nursing school, okay? Like, you hear about it, but you don't know what anxiety means until you experience it. So I was so anxious, like, my anxiety was skyrocket, my stress was skyrocket. I'm already skinny, like, if you know me, you know I'm skinny, and I was like maybe like 15 pounds skinnier than I am now. So imagine, like, I was just so stressed out. It was bad. So you have to kind of prepare yourself. I'm not saying to, like, let me say that again. I'm not saying to hope to fail or wish to fail, or trust me, I'm not wishing nothing bad on you, because I want nothing but the best for you. Because if I didn't, sis, I would not be making this video, okay? I'm not wishing nothing bad on you, but I'm preparing you so that, like, when it does happen, you can just kind of like change your mindset. Like, just go back and reevaluate and see, like, what things work for you and what things don't work for you, rather than getting depressed, which I was, rather than getting anxious, which I was, rather than being stressed out to the maximilian stress level. Like, rather than doing that, just like trying to like deal with it the best you can, because it's gonna happen. So these are the last 2 points. They kind of go together. Be organized. Like, as you can see, I have my notebook because nursing school really taught me to be organized. Like, you have to manage your time the best you can. So, like, there's 24 hours in a day, and when you're in nursing school, you have to make those 24 hours count, okay? Like, I start from like 24 hours in a day, and I break it down from when I'm going to sleep or how long I need to sleep to function. So let's say, like, I need like 4 hours to function properly. So I have 20 hours in the day where I need to be doing something like productive. So let's say I need 4 hours of sleep, and I work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. So 5 days a week, the times that I'm not sleeping, the times that I'm not working, I am studying. Like, you gotta study. Like, I kind of like break down the study the studying by hour. So let's say like I study for like a full hour through, then I'll take like a 20-minute or 30-minute break, and then another hour through, a 20-minute, 30-minute break, until it's time to go to sleep, wake up, do it again. Okay. There were nights I went to sleep like 4 a.m., had to be in class by like 8 a.m. or had to be in clinical by like 7 a.m. Like, you just gotta do it. You have to do it. Which brings me to my last point and my final point. If nursing is not for you, you don't feel like you can dedicate your entire life to someone else, like you can't work for someone else, or you can't do things for, if you're selfish, if you're the type of person that's just like, I just want this for me, me, let me tell you, nursing school is not for you, because it has to be your passion. You have to like want to make people better. You have to want to help people. Like, you can't just do it because of the money, of the opportunity. Like, if you do it just for the money, you're going to be, and let me tell you, there are nurses out there that are just so angry at life that they take it out on their patients, they take it out on their coworkers. Like, they're just negative Nancy's all year round because they're doing it for the wrong cause. Like, they're doing it because it's a job, or they're doing it for the money because they need the money. If that's the case, you're gonna be miserable, sweetie. You're gonna be angry at life, at everyone, at everything. Like, nothing is gonna make you happy because you're devoting 8 to 12 hours of your time to help 8 to 12 patients a day. Strangers, I should say. Like, you don't know these people from a can of paint, but you gotta quickly learn who the hell and who the fuck and who the how and where the heck. Like, you're gonna have to learn about their history. So if you don't think that you can take care of someone and advocate and motivate and inspire and do all that for someone who is a complete stranger, then I really don't suggest that nursing school is for you. So please, 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 if you're watching this and if you're considering nursing school, please make sure it's your passion, because you do not want to be that person that's like in their mid-30s, mid-40s that just hates their life, hates their jobs, like hate the people they work with. They're just negative all the time. They're stressed out. They're carrying the world on their shoulders. Like, please, 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 save us, your coworkers, save us, the patients, save us from you by just not even bothering to be a nurse. But yes, those are the 10 things that I wish I knew before I started nursing school, and I hope I can get to help like people that watch me on this YouTube channel and people that are going to nursing school. And you know, if you're new, hit the subscribe button, sweetie boo boo. We will be having videos dropping every Monday, whether it's me or my baby, like showing you guys what we have to offer in this world, and you know, just showing you guys our experiences. So yeah, that concludes this video. Thanks for watching. Until next time. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you click that like button.
If it's meant to be, time will tell. You keep interrupting my flight. Big drip, what you call it? Big drip. Ice chain, build water.
Hey guys! You got on course. Who is this?